Hey everybody, welcome to Winter War 2015. I am your host, Wolf Dota. Thanks for tuning in. And we've got PP Gaming Esports going up against Eternal Gaming in this best of three. This is a first round of the first best of three of round one for the Winter Sports. Quick little shout out though to LegionBattles.com for sponsoring the tournament as well as providing the item for the ticket, which will be in game shortly once Valve lets it go. As well as a quick shout out to Dota Store Peru. You can follow both of them on Twitter and Facebook. And if you post your highlight videos to LegionBattles.com, they're going to be doing a best of series. Joining me today is my friend Hans. How's it going?
Going well.
Excellent. So, quickly, we've got, for PP Gaming, we've got Faceless Void and Anti-Mage banned out, as well as Doom and Tinker for Eternal Gaming. The first pick, Ogre Magi, into the Jakiro Tidehunter was a little bit interesting. I'm not too sure. I don't know about first pick Ogre, but I guess they don't want to show their hand too early.
I mean, it doesn't really... I mean, that's a good support duo. Absolutely, you can be really aggressive early, but it doesn't really show off too much.
Yeah, and I mean, as much as Tide says, okay, this is what we're doing for our off lane, and only that, he doesn't give too much away either. The Jakiro, he gives a little bit more away. They might want to push off of that, so we'll see if they maybe go Pug another track, Death Prophet, all of those still in the pool. Second set of bans is starting up, though. We'll have to kind of wait and see what they want to do. But either way.
As to the Tinker ban, if it's just something they don't really want to deal with, because I mean, you haven't been seeing very much Tinker recently.
No, and remember, for anyone watching, this is a South American tournament, so the meta down there might be a little bit different. Who knows? Tinker could still be a prime pick. I mean, the hero is effectively the same. He just doesn't farm as well as he used to.
Yeah. And if they are going for a push strat with the Jakiro, then it is a really good D-push.
Yeah, so it may be just a ban out to protect their strategy or something they don't want to do.
Brewmaster banned out. Strong mid.
And then the Broodmother. So an offlaner they probably don't want to deal with. Oddly, though, they do have a Tidehunter, so they definitely want to run Tide in the off lane. Or they don't want to have to deal with that as their defensive tri-lane or defensive duel, whatever they want to run. Not something they want to deal with. I mean, you can always run aggressive and put Tide up against Brood, and it's fine, because level 2 Kraken Shell makes the spiders actually do no damage. But that's fine.
And you can just anchor smash them all to death, so...
Yeah.
Cheap AoE damage.
Very, very good AoE damage. So, interesting bans and picks nonetheless, though. And we'll have to kind of wait and see what they want to go for. I like the Lion pick here. I think it deters a lot of heroes. Like, you don't want to pick anything like a Medusa or a Wraith King up against it. I think that's a good ban on the on their side for of the Death Prophet, though. Just a little side note. But it just he's also just... If he can manage to get a Blink or a Force Staff, the amount of initiation he has is very strong. Slark banned out as well, so both teams getting rid of some cores for their final two. Not too worried about the rest of the supports coming out, but I wonder if we'll see anything fun like Pudge or Meepo. Go ahead.
Support Pudge is my new favorite thing.
And
there you go. They're picking that Medusa right into that line. I do not agree with that. I don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, they have the AoE, so like, regardless of what Lion can do, Blink, Ravage, Stone Gaze, scary stuff.
Absolutely.
And I mean, they have an immense amount of team fight coming out with the Jakiro as well. Lots of spam, AoE damage, and sustained damage in a fight. Liquid Fire, Ice Path, and then Macro Pyre if they're stunned in it as well. So I'm not too surprised. But it's a very ballsy play. Anti-Mage was banned out though, so that's the big one. The next one is Nyx Assassin. If they pick that, it'd have to be an offlane or a mid Nyx, I imagine.
The Lion, his whole game is now just positioning. That's all he has to worry about for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Is making sure that he is in a position to take care of that Medusa, because, I mean, with the Timbersaw, they have a ton of initiation as it is, and an Ogre can just lumber in and start swinging away. He's going to be more of a specialist, I imagine.
They're gonna want him. They're gonna need him to be able to somehow find the Tidehunter. One thing though, as far as laning phase, Timbersaw, excellent hero up against the Tidehunter. I wouldn't be surprised to see Pep Gaming pick up some core that can go aggressive, like Juggernaut or Wraith King or something along those lines. Because you put a Timbersaw up against a Tidehunter 1v1, it's going to be a sad day for that Tide.
Yeah.
Whirling Death is very strong, and all of his mess ups magic. The Silencer picked up as well. The amount of magic damage coming out from these guys is, or not even magic, sorry, team fight in general is absolutely immense. And they're gonna pick up a Dragonite.
I love the Silencer pickup. It wrecks Timbersaw, it wrecks Lion.
Wow, it's just so hard to deal with.
Tanky at that point. I mean, it's just such heavy magic damage. Like their Dragonite, he can spitfire.
He can handle it.
But yeah.
The other thing it does is the Curse of the Silent, and then later Global Silence, if he gets an Ags, is very, very good at taking out Medusa. So a bit of a block pick there maybe as well, not having to worry about that extra mana drain. But
yeah.
Nonetheless.
So you say that's a mid DK? I would think so, right?
At the moment it could be either mid or off lane, I think. Or sorry, mid or safe lane. Words I was looking for. But we'll have to kind of see what PP Gaming want to run here. They have a very tanky lineup. I mean, even Lion, as far as like in supports goes, he's not that squishy. Sure, he's not tanky by any means, but he's not like Crystal Maiden or Skywrath Mage, like made of paper. He usually goes, Tranquil Boots and a Null Talisman or something like that. So he gets a little bit of extra stats there. So we'll have to see.
Phantom is pretty great for them to pick up some sort of a ranged carry, whether it's a ranged mid, and they send the Dragonite to the safe lane, because at the moment they are they have pretty good initiation, but Dragonite is only half of a ranged hero, and
yeah,
I really think they need a little bit more reach on there, especially with all the AoE that they have coming out of Eternal Gaming in general. I think they just need something that can move around in the fight a little better and not get kited quite as bad.
Yeah, so the first thing that comes to mind to say that is Sniper, which we saw last picked in an earlier game. I saw in an earlier game with the Canada Weekly Cup. But we'll have to wait and see what they want to do. Razor and Phantom Assassin, the two bans for the final stage. We'll have to see what they want to go next. Puck is going to be the pickup for Eternal Gaming. And I mean, when you've got a little bit of team fight, you might as well have a lot of it.
You might as well have all of the team fight in the whole world.
Yes, they actually have all of it. There is none left for anyone else.
Well, I mean, every single one of their heroes is AoE, which is unreal.
And they have a very nice dual silences coming out. They have a lot of control. One thing they are lacking a little bit of is consistent lockdown. And when I say that, I mean like they've got Ice Path for their spam, but that's about it. They don't have any other stuns they can throw out constantly. So Timbersaw,
Dream Coil, but yeah.
Well, Dream Coil and Ravage and Stone Gaze are all alties, but they do have a lot of silences. So I mean, Timbersaw is not gonna have a good time, and anyone who tries to TP out is going to gonna get picked up. Huskar is the final pick, and this is actually the second Huskar I've seen tonight. The first one, did he win the game? Yes, he did. I believe he did. It was a very interesting game, and I think that's a very good pickup. The only problem is they have a silencer. He deals pure damage, and like a fair bit of it later on. So.
Oh yeah, Glaives.
So he's gonna silence Huskar and then start off with the pure damage.
Yeah, that's problematic, and it's not like they don't have enough. Yeah, I mean, and Medusa
physical damage, and then to Anchor Smash as well as physical, and then I think Huskar is gonna have a tough time, but either way, we'll have to see. Eternal Gaming, we've got Jakar on the silencer, playing the Medusa. We've got. Hold on, I gotta turn off that for a second so I can actually see their names. Kaiser is playing the Medusa. Tidehunter is going to be run by Cho, C-H-O-W, Chow. Havoc is going to be playing the Jakiro, and Vivi is going to be playing the Puck. You want to get the Dire?
Sounds good to me. We have Juknu 6 on the Ogre Magi. We have Senin playing the Lion. Xander is going to be playing the Troll Warlord, and they're going to be going in that tri-lane top. Too Easy Neto is the Dragonite in the middle, and the Timbersaw is going to be played by Montana in the off lane.
And the Troll Warlord is actually a Huskar, but that's alright.
Hey, he's a trollish type character.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, that's a Huskar, isn't it?
It's, yeah, it is. It's okay, buddy. I get it. You're tired. Thanks for joining me, even though it's a little bit late
He
out.
throws fire spears, not axes. Good.
Yeah, Medusa gets the bounty rune top. The bottom one untouched at the moment, which is a little interesting.
Apparently, Dire is just uninterested in fighting for the runes.
Yeah, they seem a little nervous. They don't want to get too close for anything. Looks like they're gonna run the Medusa mid and a solo puck. Are they tri-laning mid? That's the thing, or are they gonna go? What are they doing
They're
with the
just
Jakiro?
rotating top, right?
Well,
They're rotating top.
Yeah, but I mean,
What are you doing, Jack?
He's not sure. I don't think this is necessarily a bad thing either, because like there's no difference between mid lane and any other lane as far as like creeps and stuff like that, right? It's just there's no and they'll be able to go and stack these two camps. So if they were actually to like sit in tri lane mid and make Dragon Knight hate himself, I don't think that'd be a bad thing. It would secure Medusa for them, which is like their biggest priority, and they'll be a little bit closer to help out Tide if they need to.
It looked like it looks like they're maybe were just there for a little bit of early harass, and now they rotated up top. Hopefully they're pretty mobile.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be pretty good. But Tidehunter will struggle up against Huskar with, Burning Spear spam.
Yeah. So they should be able to harass him back a little bit here. Silencer did go for the first point and Curse the Silence, so throwing out the glaives, not an option yet. But when it is, he'll be able to force him back. And that was one thing they waited till Dragon Knight threw out a Breath of Fire, and then they hit him with the Curse of the Silent to drain a lot more of his mana. So we'll kind of have to wait and see what they want to do with that. But either way, one thing this is going to do is it's greatly going to starve the Tidehunter for levels. I mean, it's fine if there was maybe one of them stacking Ancients for him, or Medusa, but so far there isn't. Bottom lane, Puck up against Timbersaw, and unsurprisingly, Puck's going to have a pretty good day down here. Timbersaw,
absolutely.
Not a fan of magical damage at all. As much as he dishes it out, he doesn't like it. Tidehunter taking quite a bit of harass. Going to get stunned up once, a couple burning spears. But other than that, no one seems to be going down yet. And as far as the mid lane goes, Medusa getting off to that early start, really helping her out. She's sitting quite a bit higher on as far as the CS goes than Dragon Knight. She's got 11 and 6. Dragon Knight's only at 2 and 0, fortunately. So doing a good job in the mid lane.
She's just so able to zone him out.
Mystic
getting
Stake.
a consistent Mystic Stake in the mid lane is not very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Especially up against a melee target. Wait for a creep to be down and you're good.
Yeah. And once she gets level 5, that Mystic Snake will be able to hit all of the creeps and then him. It's going to be doing an immense amount of damage. So she's going to have a tough time. Jakiro taking quite a bit of damage here, as well as the Tidehunter. Just the Burning Spears and the Ogre Magi. You know, that was one thing we didn't comment on, is they picked everybody that's fire. I mean, Lion, not really, but kind of. You know, then they've got the Dragon Knight, everybody's fire. They just, Timbersaw is the weird one out.
What
right?
a loser.
Whatever.
Get that fire saw
Thing.
thing, right?
I don't think so. This guy though does have that that one set though. I don't know what that was called.
Set.
It's kind of fun.
I don't remember what it's called either.
Yeah.
I'm
Either
using
way.
the cursor for it currently.
Yeah. This Dragon Knight's having such a tough time mid. Medusa, as we've mentioned before, easily able to win that lane. And Tidehunter's actually getting some CS up here now though. That the Huskar has been zoned back. Not able to take
I think one of the big reasons for that is they have just look at the amount of wards in the top jungle right now. I mean, they wanted nothing to do with a pull through.
Yeah. There are 4 of them up here. This one actually, I believe, this is the one blocking the camp. No, it's not. They blocked their own camp, unfortunately, I think, with that sentry.
Yeah, with that sentry ward. That's a really awesome spot as a block.
The line right there I'm drawing is the line for it. Bottom lane, Puck sitting at level 5. Timbersaw level 5 as well. There's Puck a little bit ahead, has a handful more, has 1 deny.
Yeah, Medusa and Puck quite far ahead in the last hits. Unsurprisingly, I mean, as a range hero up against a melee hero, favorable lanes. Very favorable lane.
And Medusa's actually got a DD rune in her pocket, so whenever she wants to, she can pop that out and do some serious damage. But she's just going to wait for the Dragon Knight to show back up. Mystic Snake's going to go through, probably bounce through all of the creeps. Eventually all of them. And Dragon Knight loses half his mana. And then takes quite a bit of harass. That
Pretty much
DD
half his
rune doing
health.
work. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just having such a difficult time here. Medusa's going to do a lot of damage with this. Well, she can do a lot of damage to Dragon Knight if she wants to. But chip away the tower as well.
Oh, is she gonna have a Mystic Snake here?
It's not gonna. Wouldn't have gotten low enough. She would have had to dive that pretty
Yeah.
hard. And they both have
Yeah.
boots. Or oh, he doesn't have boots. She could have actually gone for that. Decided not to though. Oh, and look at that sentry there, just outside of range of that radiant ward, blocking the small camp. They weren't able to find it. That's tough.
Oh, really? The circle says that it's within it, but
Go hover over the radiant ward, and then click on the dire orb
Oh, no,
or
this
dire
thing.
sentry. It's like you can't get any closer without it. Uh oh, Medusa in the mid lane though. She's gonna get hexed up. Earth Spike to follow up as well. Oh, she pops all her mana, pops off her ulti, and she's getting a rotation in from the puck. Ogre Magi does freeze. He's taking a lot of physical damage. Coil connects on 2, snaps on the Lion. They just got to finish off the Ogre. And that's going to be a first blood going the way of the Medusa. The best possible person to give it to if you're on Eternal Gaming, and the worst if you're on PGE.
absolutely.
That's tough. Oh, Tidehunter, though, now left alone, trades with the Huskar. Actually, Silencer picking up the last hit. He's going to tick down to... Oh, he had one spear, burning spear dot left on him, and he burns down. So a double kill for Huskar from the grave. But either way, Silencer's at least got that kill. Got a little bit intelligence for it.
This Timber Saw is sitting on 1,800 gold. You are gonna go buy mana boots now, right?
Yeah, he'll probably just buy him out instantly. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably just didn't want to
Worried for a
miss
second.
the last hits. Tidehunter is now back in the lane, so he's going to be able to clean this up. He's only level 3, unfortunately. He's going to take a lot of damage from this. Science comes out from the puck, as well as a curse from the Silencer. Hex comes out back onto the puck, though. Huskar is looking to turn it. He popped a heal on himself, so he's not going to be going down anytime soon. And they're going to have to back off here. Huskar doing a very good job of harassing everybody back, giving everybody a little bit of a spear.
I
They'll be good
understand
to
not
go.
wanting to waste your Invis rune, but the puck was sitting at like 1 spell worth of mana, so I
Mhm.
really think that was the wrong time to try an initiation.
Yeah, oh, and as I look away, Tidehunter gets picked off. Guys under the tower must have ticked down to the Huskar spears.
He
to be the
went
case.
up a little bit too close to the creep wave and caught another burning spear.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for this mid lane to go very poorly. Oh man, DK's taking so much harass from this Mystic Snake. Meanwhile, bottom, Jakiro and Puck have rotated in. They might be looking for a kill on the Timbersaw. Dream Coil is up, as well as the Silence. No Blink Dagger yet for Puck. It's still early, though. She's doing okay. Oh, 32 CS, and then an assist as well, so not the worst.
If you Timber Chain out of Dream Coil, do you stop
Yes.
at the break
You stop at the breakpoint, yeah. Yes, you do. So, I mean, it can help get you, like, if they throw the Dream Coil far behind... Yeah, so it can help a little bit there, but usually you just end up stunning yourself and then Puck silences you and you die.
Yeah.
It's not great. Either way, not a whole lot you can do. Looks like Cho.
Medusa is just being a monster in this.
Yeah, not something you want to deal with. Doing an excellent job of CSing at 51 last hits at 830 or 840, I should say.
17 denies ain't too shabby either.
No, Dragon Knight's suffering very heavily in levels. Like if you look, Medusa's almost level 9. Dragon Knight's just about level 7. Like,
Yeah.
and Medusa's just been getting free farm in the mid lane. So, Ogre's gonna loop around behind. Medusa doesn't seem too concerned. She realizes it's an illusion. Doesn't even bother. But
This Dragon Knight is shown.
yeah,
I don't know what he was trying to do here.
I'm not too sure either.
I mean, they have wards in the jungle to start with, but he was standing well within creep vision.
Yeah, strange plays coming up from them. It looks like Eternal Gaming, they seem to be pretty far ahead. Medusa's going to do a lot of damage to this tower. Has a snake if she wants to clear out the creep wave a little bit quicker. And is going to do so. And bottom lane, Puck and Jakiro just going to pressure it themselves. Slowly chipping it down. But Jakiro's going to have this tower dead in another creep wave or two, depending on how hard she wants to push it.
Yeah.
She's going to be well on her way to whatever item she wants to go for next. Oh, looks like we're going to see a dive top. Tide does not have Ravage to punish this. Dragon Knight's going to pop his ulti. The Tide goes down very quickly. Medusa TP's in, though. Pops her Stone Gaze, trying to get in front. Gets the slow off. Huskar's going to drop. Dragon Knight freezes solid. And they've got Puck there as well. Dream Coil does land. And they're going to be able to go for it. And Dragon Knight's going to drop to this. And I think this is the death of the Ogre as well. He's going to dive into the trees, trying to get away. Medusa's got her phase boots up. They need an Ice Path from Jakiro. Ogre runs into a bottleneck. They're going to be able to get him. Fortunately, there's a haste rune there.
No.
The haste rune of Destiny is awaiting. They need one more right click. Oh, not enough.
Oh, disappointing.
He wanted it so much.
Quality TP rotation from the Medusa.
Yeah. So not just the last hitter, but a team player there in Kaiser. He's able to get in there and really help out. Yeah, has an ultimate orb, so maybe a little bit torn about what to go first, whether he wants to go straight for a Scotty or start off with a Lincoln's.
It's more fun to get a Scotty.
Yeah.
I think the Lincoln is probably
There's a lot of things to block with the Lincolns. Like it'll block an Earth Spike or a Hex, a Leap, Dragon Tail, the Ogre stuns. Like there's a lot of solid things that can be blocked. So, Silencer's in a bit of a bad place. Throws out the global as Medusa rotates in. She throws out a Mystic Snake, does a massive amount of damage to the Lion. He goes down. Dragon Knight's going to drop, though, in the end. He's silenced up, and he does go down. So far, it's a 2 for his Silencer, and Timbersaw is going to get his chain his way out of there. Tidehunter's still not level 6, though. And they're not able to get the deny there, unfortunately. Nope, Medusa's rotating around, but making it work. She's getting kills wherever she goes. Currently 4-0-2.
Which is just a fantastic place to be with 65 CS as a Medusa at 1145.
Yeah, no, she's in a good place. Also, hits quite hard for how early it is in the game. And most of the time, Medusas don't hit very hard, just due to the item build they have to go. But with the with her phase boots and an Aquila, she hits all right for this point in the game.
No, absolutely.
One other thing too is Silencer has 6 stolen intelligence, which isn't terrible. So he's been around for he's 2, 3, and 2. Which I mean, as a support, that's not terrible. It's where you want the deaths, but.
So there's a 5-man rotation to bottom.
And then they just walked away. And Medusa got mid. She's also going to get a Bounty Rune top. And there's a DD bottom. We'll see which team is able to scope this out first. Looks like it's going to be the Ogre.
Destiny.
Oh, he drops a... Oh, yeah, there you go. He doesn't seem to want to go get it, though. He seems a little nervous. Walking back and forth. Lion's there, and he's going to end up grabbing it. They're going to find Silencer, and he's actually in a pretty bad spot, but unfortunately that nerf to the Fire Blast range. Medusa shows up though, pops her ulti, and Ogre, he's not gonna freeze, but he's gonna take a lot of damage. Mystic Snake and then the proc from Silencer is gonna drop him out. Bottom a little further down though, we see Tidehunter gone on again, still not level 6, doesn't have that Ravage. If you're taking a lot of damage, does have a wand, uses it, might still go down. Throws out one last Liquid Fire. His team didn't follow him in, but that's a 2-for-1 going the way of PGE, so they're gonna be alright with that. And Medusa did unfortunately use her ulti on 2 and wasn't able to clean them up.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem worth it. I mean, it's not a very terribly long cooldown. I don't think that the Stone Gaze would have changed the outcome of that team fight too much, but you know, it could have.
The big problem is this Tide. He is way too far behind as far as levels go. He needs to have his Ravage, and he needs to start getting closer to that Blink Dagger. I think Puck actually went for a Void Stone and a Null Talisman. So not too sure what he's going for. Yeah. Very interesting build coming up from the Puck. I guess. Probably looking to go for the for a Yule Scepter, I guess. But we'll kind of have to wait and see. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, they're going to go on the Medusa, but pops her Mana Shield and just turns around, doesn't even care. This Medusa is not a known giver of fucks.
Yeah. Approximately 0 of them.
Yeah, and she's going to go for the Lincolns, which I think is fine. It's going to help her farm a lot faster. Oh, that actually bounced to the Timbersaw and did a stupid amount of damage to him. Jeez.
Mystic Snake confirmed good spell.
Very much so. Very much so. Top lane, Huskar taking quite a bit of damage there. Gonna back off. Going for that armlet.
She bought the Lincoln's recipe before she bought the Perseverance.
Yeah, I imagine it's because she doesn't have the slot for it, right? So she's got the wand, her Aquila, and everything else. Oh, Global comes out. Huskar leapt onto the Silencer, but they're going to go down. Ravage is finally used. Medusa gets 1 kill, and looking to clean up a few more. Nice Dream Coil coming up from the Puck. They're going to turn this into a 3-0, maybe. They got to get in range of this Timber Saw. Silence from the Puck. She manages to get the orb and the phase shift. Blinking forward. Oh, stun connects, but unfortunately she had bottled up. So a 3 for Silencer. They're going to be happy with that. And Silencer also did get 2 more intelligence, so nice play coming up from them.
It's really too bad that they didn't have the rest of their heroes there. I guess the rest of their heroes was just Dragon Knight, but Timbersaw got some people very, very low.
They just didn't have enough.
To do. There just wasn't quite enough to get them all down. I mean, even now they're all sitting at pretty low, even, you know, fair ways after the team fight.
As I was saying before, because she was keeping a TP on her, she didn't have the slot for it, and I think the ultimate orb's a little better than the Perseverance, just keeps you alive more. But the Perseverance.
Mr. Jakiro's in trouble.
Oh, he's gonna make it out just in time.
Jukes.
Jukes are real coming up from the Jakiro. We call him Jukiro?
Sweet Jukes.
You didn't hear me, did you?
I heard you, I just deemed to ignore you.
Ouch. Wrecked, I guess.
Jokes like that. When you make jokes like that.
And it looks...
That's a complete team wipe. Good job, Val.
Yeah. And we have a 5-man disconnect. So it looks like we're gonna have a bit of a pause coming out here, guys.
It would appear. Hopefully. Hopefully they're not all playing from the same house. The house didn't explode. So how do you feel about the game so far? I feel that the farmers of the Radiant have a severe advantage, but the rest of Radiant is poor.
I'm not sure what they're saying, but it looks like they're all good to go.
Yeah, we're gonna be like making it through. That's really strange that it dropped everybody and they're back this quick.
Yeah, so obviously the server kind of pooped on them for a moment, but they seem to be okay in the end. They all reconnect quickly, and it doesn't seem we're going to have any problems. But as to what you were saying earlier, I think the Radiant right now are in a pretty good spot, even because the longer the game goes, the better it is for them. Tidehunter scales really well into the late game. Silencer as a support scales very well also, and then the Puck as well can go quite late and still be very effective.
And Medusa is like one of the best late game carries there is.
Yeah, Stone Gaze confirmed, good spell. And speaking of Medusa, she's almost got her Lincolns. She's about 100 away from it, and then she'll have it. Looks like they're wanting to rotate onto her, but she just seems to be one step ahead of them as they, as 4 move down. Now they're wanting to push this mid tower. Ravage is going to be up by the time they get up to high ground, so they'll have to be a little bit careful. Puck has rotated in as well. Medusa's there. They get an Ice Bath. Unfortunately, it doesn't connect on anyone. Global comes out. Tide's looking for a Ravage. Not up yet, unfortunately. She gets the freeze on the Dragon Knight. He hasn't gone down yet. Ravage still not used. Now it is up. He throws out a long-range gush. Looking to finish off the Dragon Knight. They need one more last hit. Uphill. She gets the hit. Going to take down the DK. And unable to find any others. Ravage not used, so they can maybe look to push this further. They still have Dream Coil as well. Lion's got to be pretty careful, though. They're pinging him out. They think they know he was here, but they're going to back off. Either way.
Oh. I think that Tide is the wrong person to jump on there for Huskar.
Puck's going to get gone on.
He is a tanky.
Orbs away.
Tanky son.
He's hard to go on, and the counter initiate from him, reducing your damage, slowing you, and reducing your armor is very strong.
Yeah.
Timbersaw cleans up the creep wave, and looks like they were thinking about going in, but unfortunately they don't have any solid way to initiate. They don't have a blinker or force staff on their Tide, and gonna have to back off. Medusa now has a Lincoln, so her mana regen is significant enough that she can just leave her spell shield on, and it won't matter now. As well as she's just a lot harder to deal with general due to the stat cane. I'm a little disappointed that no one stacked for her or the Tidehunter. They have two of the best heroes in the game for clearing out stacks, and they're
Yeah.
not a little bit of their farm that they're just not using. Like Tidehunter could be quite a bit higher level and probably have a Blink Dagger if he even if he just been by himself clearing out stacks. But
Yeah,
they
totally.
they're deciding to push early, which is also okay. They get the top tower.
I mean, 6-0 and 5 Medusa, you should press the advantage
Hmm.
you have, right?
When you're ahead like this, why not? Yeah. And it looks
Yeah.
like the Dire's going to look to put counter push in the mid lane. No global up for the Radiant, but they do have everything else. Medusa's going to TP in. We see a rainbow of TPs. That's the Tidehunter TPing into the middle of them. Unfortunately, longest TP of life. And they're going to be able to back off before he can get in there. If they stuck around for a moment longer, he'd have made them all regret that decision. But
Yeah, absolutely.
they defend, and in the bottom lane, it looks like they're Dragonite and the Timbersaw are going to be pressuring the tower. DK with that ulti doing a lot of damage to towers now, and it was buffed a little bit here. All three forms now give it. Oh, nice Dream Coil coming up from the puck, and Dragon Tail gonna in retaliation, but unfortunately it's not gonna matter. Dragonite's gonna go down. Tidehunter picks up that kill, and he's now getting close. He's got half of a Blink Dagger if he wants it, or most of, or the remaining half of his Force Staff, depending on what he wants to go for.
I really wish that they had, rather than try and make a 5-man bird bomb onto the middle tower, just push top.
Gone for the tier 2.
And gone for the tier 2. Even if they do trade that, I think
fine.
that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, one thing that's interesting is Timbersaw didn't actually go anywhere. He's deep behind enemy lines. He got a soul booster as well. Not opting to get rid of the arcanes, which I don't think is a bad thing at all. But it's a little interesting here.
Bloodstone down a bit.
And they have all of their ultis except for Dream Coil, and this is going to be a quick tower. They are going to fort it, but I think that's just to delay them. Not actually to...
Well, you get it refreshed, right?
Yeah. No, I know. But I don't think there's... I know there's some teams that don't even bother.
Yeah, it saves you a couple seconds. And
then the tower goes down is kind of whatever.
And if you mess it up, then, you know...
It's disappointing. Medusa got another ultimate orb, so going to be looking for that Scotty very soon, I imagine. It started to hit quite hard as well. Tidehunter's waiting off in the wings, has 1,300 gold to his name. Has Ravage up as well. Puck has a Blink Dagger now also, so casual Voidstone and Null Talisman, just keeping that mana up. Oh, Lion's going to take a lot of damage there. Half of his health. That hurts. And Medusa's Lincolns has been popped, but I don't think there's a lot they can do about it. With Liquid Fire, they can just slow siege this tower all day.
Absolutely. I mean, they have such fantastic wave clear.
What Mystic Snake and Split Shot, and then anything from Jakiro, Tidehunter, Puck. Basically, the only one is Silencer that's not going to be able to do anything. They pop the Glyph again, so they're going to want to go on this, but unfortunately the tower's going to go down in a moment. And Medusa gets the last hit on it. She pops her Stone Gauge and looks to go. Global comes out from the Silencer. Tide gets a nice 3-man Ravage, and a Coil to follow up as well. Huskar's going to go down. Yes, he is. Tidehunter dropping fairly low, uses a stick. He goes down to the Finger of Death. Medusa's still standing strong, though. She's not too afraid of anything right now. Ogre, he's going to drop to the puck. And so far it's a 3 for 2 going the way of the Eternal Gaming. And they're going to be pretty happy with that. Medusa didn't take any damage, I think, there. Spell Shield confirmed a good spell.
She's going to go on the high ground. She's not afraid of a Lion and a Timbersaw to have health.
No, and Finger's been used. Timbersaw's got no mana and has to go sit in the base for a while, so she's going to be able to do probably about half this tower's worth of health as damage. Maybe even a little bit more, depending on when the creeps show up. Lion's going to come up, breaks the Hex, but that's going to be enough to push her back. She's not too worried about it. Got a little bit of extra damage on that, and is now very close to a Scotty. She actually half-killed the tower. Good plays coming up from her.
Well, she is terrifying.
Yeah. And she's got her second ultimate orb for her Lincolns if she wants, or sorry, for her Scotty if she wants it. So she's probably about 1,600 away from it, and then she'll have it in total. But
and 1,600 gold for a farmed Medusa is whatever. Get that in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's really too bad somebody hasn't been paying a little bit more attention to the Ancients.
I mean, they've been
Um,
pushing very aggressively.
oh,
So
absolutely.
it's not like they're sitting back and just kind of farming the lanes and whatnot and completely ignoring it. They've been on the other side of the map for most of the game, and they're not
Uh-huh.
afraid. They're gonna keep going. Tidehunter is getting closer to that blink dagger every tower they get, but
Well, like you said, with a Jakiro and a Medusa, you can slow siege all day.
mhm.
Maybe not up the high ground, but for a tier 2, absolutely.
Yeah, Timbersaw has now picked up a Bloodstone, which is pretty risky, as if he dies once or twice, it's going to be a very useless 5k item. But
Yeah.
we'll have to see. It looks like they're going to sack this tier 2. They didn't like what happened to him last time and how much damage Medusa did to the... Oh, she gets the last hit too, jeez. And how much damage she did to their tier 3, so... Going to have to let that one go. And at this point, they can just set up and have somebody farm their jungle. Medusa can farm the enemy's jungle, and then Tide can go back and farm their jungle, and everybody else can split up the lanes. And slow siege. Sieging though, Dragon Knight has rotated to the bottom lane and pushed it out. He's gonna try. I imagine he's probably gonna pop his ulti and try and clear this up. If he does, he should be able to get it. But he's
No,
actually gonna
he's
back
back.
off. He's a little afraid. They found a stack in the enemy jungle. They're slowly clearing up. Medusa. She's now only 500 away from her, from the rest of her body.
Yeah, she sells the bottle and... she's
Whatever
pretty
you're
much
doing,
gone.
stop. It's really scratchy and loud. I don't know what that was. It was terrifying.
I wasn't doing anything. That's
Oh,
very strange.
Sounds like it touched your face or something.
Maybe it did.
Maybe it did. It doesn't matter. We're good. We're Gucci. Anyways, I once did the math on Scotty for Medusa, and it gives her like before armor something like 2,000 effective HP because of the mana and the health and the way her mana shield works.
Yeah,
It's something ridiculous like that.
I think she's got it.
She's short the oov.
Oof.
Yeah, she'll have it after that Mystic Snake. Yeah, there it is. Oh, she bought a TP. Never mind. She sold the... Okay, she sold the TP. So now she's got her Scotty coming out to her, and they're actually going to be able to just siege the low ground, or sorry, the high ground from the low ground here with that. She can just sit up on the front lines and go ham. I imagine after this she'll probably look to go
They just
Manta.
pick up Roche right now.
Yeah.
I mean, if they try and come fight him in Roche, I don't think they can, honestly.
She picks up an illusion rune right after as well, so I think that is gonna be the key to go for Roche. I don't they're not gonna clear it out too quick. They need something to break the Roche's Lincolns, so Tide can gush it. But it doesn't look like they're gonna bother. They're just gonna slowly chip it down, and they're very safe in doing this. The Dire is all the way inside their base. They seem to be too scared to go much past here, like that. Not really wanting to. And so, just kind of letting it go. Medusa, do you have a slot for this even? Yeah, she dropped something. Didn't see what it was, but...
Bottle.
Yeah. She dropped...
Jack's got the bottle right now.
Yeah. So, she's got an Aegis as well, and I think this is going to be the key... Oh, the instant smoke. Missed Tidehunter, unfortunately, but... He's got his Blink now, so the Blink Ravage is real, and it's now level 2 Ravage as well.
Well, it's a Medusa with 2,000 health, which is basically like 4,000 health twice. And all of her damage is going to be real for the whole time.
Yeah.
It's not like she's going to run out of cooldowns.
Yeah.
So, it's scary stuff.
Yeah, she can just...
7 minutes in.
She can turn on split shot, walk up to the high ground, and just start clicking buildings. So actually going to see a nice Dream Coil connects on to 3. Ravage is going to connect on 5. 5-man Ravage coming up for them. The Medusa goes in. Stone Gaze used. It's going to freeze the Huskar and the Dragonite off to the side. So far, Huskar has fallen. Looks like they're going to go for the Dragonite, and they do get him. No buybacks on either of the heroes. And they're going to be able to go high ground with that. What a beautiful Ravage and Puck combination coming out from the side of Eternal Gaming.
That 5-man Ravage, though.
Puck looks like she's going to try and go in the Timbersaw. Not actually going to be able to make it. Medusa's going to clean up the Ogre, though, and needs one more click. There it is. And Medusa is now indeed godlike. Sitting at 9-0-9, 159 last hits at just shy of 30 minutes. And they're going to be able to take high ground with this very easily. This Rax is going to be dead, and then I imagine they just rotate bottom. No one's going to be responding for a little bit here, and even when they do, I don't think that they can take them. The downside is Puck is quite low, and so is the Tidehunter and the Jakiro. But
Well,
maybe they
so
take
far
this
they've
heal up
managed
and
to
back
take
off.
down half of Medusa's mana pool.
Yeah, and she still has Stick
first
and
one.
Aegis. So
So
they can probably just go
Yeah.
heal up and then push in the mid lane and do the exact, or bottom lane, sorry, and do the exact same thing. And
Yeah.
very impressive play coming out from the entire team, honestly.
absolutely,
say.
I mean, perfectly timed global, unbelievable Dream Coil,
Ravage.
right into the Stone Gaze. I mean, it was just a textbook perfect team fight.
Like, they used their spells in the correct order and won the game. Well, won the fight anyway. Game is
They're
not
doing
over
it,
yet,
guys.
but Liquid is doing it seems.
Yeah, they're still alive, but not for very much longer.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going to be going too well. I imagine Medusa is going to pick up a strong damage item, and this is a rapier game. I'm thinking. Like,
Oof. Yeah, they're not gonna kill her.
yeah, she's. I don't know what they could do to kill her. Your highest farm person is a Huskar with an armlet and a BKB. Like, and he's level 13. Medusa's level 17. Scotty, Lincoln's. They can't even Lifebreaker to try and do percentage-based damage because she'll block it with the Lincolns. And then Huskar is now in melee range of a Medusa, can't turn around, and is probably getting stone gazed. Like, it's very, very bad. We'll have to see what they want to do here. There's also a DD rune bottom, but they don't have wards out, so they're not going to see it. Tidehunter actually is given the Lincolns, and he's got Ravage again. Oh, Puck, is she going to go for this? Goes forward, gets the silence off. Huskar leaps onto the Tide, actually blocked by the Lincolns. Global comes out though. Medusa's chasing it down, doing a lot of damage to this Huskar. Is he gonna drop? Yes, he is. He does go down. They've also lost their Tidehunter. Medusa is still standing strong here. Her allies are starting to drop though. Jakiro does eat the Finger of Death, but in the end, it's a double kill going the way of Medusa. A double kill also goes the way of Timbersaw as he cleans up the Silencer and the Tidehunter. But Medusa just walks high ground. Aegis still in tow. Whiteaways, I imagine there's... I didn't see the exact time, but there's still a minute left on that at least. They went and checked, and shoots a Fire Blast, doesn't even care. And this is... Oh, Puck misses the silence, unfortunately. Gonna drop very low. Phase shifts just in time. And is he gonna be able to blink away? Quick Fingers coming up from the Puck. Timbersaw dropping fairly low. Timber Chain's away. Medusa, though, still standing strong. And she's still got 17 stick charges. She hasn't even been a little bit worried.
He
Yeah.
doesn't care.
Confirmed, not known giver of fucks.
Yeah.
We're going to have the Dire team rotating in. Medusa does not have her ulti for a moment. She's going to get life broken, as well as stunned up, impaled. They might be able to pop the Aegis here. She pops her stick charges. She's starting to go down. She is going to drop. The only thing now, she has to be able to get off her mana shield before she gets impaled here. Ravage coming out. Another 5-man Ravage from the Tidehunter. Medusa's got... Oh, she gets Hex. Doesn't have her mana shield back on, though. And after a beautiful Ravage... Stone Gaze is now on. Huskar is dropping very low. He's going to go down. Dragon Knight step on the high ground, taking quite a bit of damage, though. He's going to be okay, but this Medusa, just too tanky. Turn on your mana shield, buddy. There he does. He turns it on now. The Ogre Magi drops. Silencer looks like he's rotating back in. Gonna throw a Curse of the Silence onto the Lion, but Medusa's still standing strong. Lifebreak comes through, doesn't do a whole lot of damage. She's trading blows with the Huskar. These Burning Spears are starting to stack up. She's gonna fall again. Huskar's gonna go down beforehand. And they get the Medusa in the end. Tries to man-mode them, but unfortunately just can't quite do it.
Yeah.
Silencer is looking to chase down this
Dragon
Knight, but he's got the drums. He's faster. But
I'm curious as to what the Medusa's gonna get with her 5k.
I still think Divine. I really do.
Yeah,
I mean,
like they don't survive long enough to kill her if she's
Oh.
Tidehunter.
Hello! Oh, he gets stunned!
The creeps.
Dragon Knight is on... Oh, there's a Silencer.
Hello.
Yep, that's... Yeah. Rip. And now there's a lot of confused creeps.
Where am I?
Yeah, and after all that, Silencer comes out with 26 stolen intelligence as well, so he's going to be hitting very hard with the 90% pure damage coming off of his glaives. Like, that's... I mean, it's just one more source of damage for them to have to deal with. And a very good source up against the Huskar.
It's Butterfly.
Yeah, she did go for Butterfly. I think that's a very good call. Like, because they can't kill her with
They're
magic.
far away from MKBs.
Yes, and
Burning Spears are not nearly as scary anymore.
A lot of them are going to miss, and the amount of Burning Spear stacks it takes to actually affect her is very impressive. So, she'll be alright. I think after this, she could probably go, like, Heart or Satanic, too, if she just wanted to go for the ultimate tank. She's going to hit it quite a bit faster and harder with the Butterfly as well, so
yeah,
let's help with the damage a bit there. But maybe she goes Heart, Butterfly, or Butterfly, Heart, and then Divine for her final slot.
I don't think she's going to have long enough. Maybe though.
We'll have to wait and see. Coming out shortly. But either way. Puck going through the mid lane. Clearing out the creep wave, and it's just like I haven't looked at the golden experience graph yet, but I'm imagining it's not great. It's just over 12,000, probably 13,000 in favor of Eternal Gaming, and then experience is sitting at about 14,000 as well. So all their ultis back up. Medusa with a Butterfly on the way, actually just a second away on the Courier. She's now going to look to go high ground again, and the fact that she can now evade their right clicks is it's not great.
2.5 minutes to Roche. I don't see them waiting.
No, I think they're gonna go high ground anyway. I'm surprised they're not trying to push the bottom lane where they have the tower. They had the tower a lot lower. Like if they'd been in the bottom lane last fight, they would have got the tower. When did Timbersaw pick up an eggs? I missed that one.
About 3 minutes ago.
Okay, so Medusa cleans up the tower and she's just gonna start work on the racks. The double Chakram doing some work. Hex comes out from the Puck onto the Huskar. Ice Path to follow, doesn't connect or anything, and this range Rax is going to be, or melee Rax, sorry, is going to be gone. Tidehunter, oh, he gets stunned up. He gets off the Ravage, though. Global to follow up well, and a very nice Stone Gaze. Connects onto 3. They're slowly burning him through. Dragonite dropping very quickly. He's going to go down. So far, the only one down is the Tidehunter. Huskar taking a lot of damage from the Medusa. Timbersaw as well, not dropping quite as quickly as they'd want. Puck might be in some trouble here. Going to have to phase shift at the last moment. And Medusa just positioning very aggressively, putting herself between her team and the enemy. Oh, Puck manages to get out, and that's another Rax gone in exchange for a Tidehunter.
And I bet you they swing back and check Roche, and by the time they get there, it'll probably be back up.
They will probably just go pick up the DD rune and then push bottom.
Oof, that's a scary rune.
Yeah, it's not great. What's interesting is how they're using this Tidehunter. He is very much playing like a Skeleton King does, right? Going in, forcing the other team to kill him, but he doesn't respawn. So it's not as good. But he's getting off beautiful Ravages. I think he's had 2 5-man Ravages and at least 1 4-man in these last handful of fights. So doing an excellent job there.
That's some stuff right there.
And look at, they're just going to push bottom with this DD rune. It's going to be up for probably another 30 seconds or so. They'll be able to chew through the tower very quickly if they want to, but they don't have any of their ultis yet. 45 seconds on Global. Dream Coil just popped up. Stone Gaze is up as well, but the Global and the Ravage still on cooldown. Actually have 4-man Smoke and the Timbersaw wandering through. They're pinging out that they want to go. This is actually going to break, and there's the Vision. Unfortunately, that's a dead Silencer. Medusa looks like she wants to go in, and she still has a D-Rune, pops her ulti, and she's doing a lot of damage. Huskar and the Ogre going down very quickly. Huskar does leap onto the Tide. He's going to go down, though. It doesn't really matter. Lincoln's popped by the Medusa. DD Rune has now worn off. Looks like they're going to get the Puck finally. Medusa's still going strong, though. They're just controlling her. They can't even start targeting her for damage. She's still standing strong. Hero comes in with a very nice Ice Path. Lion's trying to drain her mana, but unfortunately drops way too quick. Dragonite goes down fighting, throws out one last stun, but not able to really do anything. And that's now 4,600 gold in the bank of this Medusa. She's just going to... Oh, that's going to be GG of Game 1 of this best-of-3 series between Eternal Games and the PGE.
That Medusa was a melt machine with that double damage. Holy.
Yeah. And so we're going to be back shortly for game number 2 coming up in this best of 3 series. I am, of course, Wolf Dota. Joining me was my buddy Hans. We thank you for tuning in, and feel free to stay tuned. There'll be probably a song or two, and then the next game is going to start up shortly.